could possibly, we could put I think it seats 500 to 1,000, so we just triple the tickets and we'd be all right anyway. But it's amazing. I think it's 7 straight years it's rained, so we're going to put you in charge of it. Okay. It's Dunphy and Smock and whoever else been in charge of it.
When you look at a game like this, obviously you want to come out of here healthy and still to make some positive inroads with some of the young kids, right?
Well, it is. I think we did both. I think we had one guy banged up there a little bit, but I think for the most part, those young kids got a chance to play an awful lot, and that was good. And now we got to go back and get into phase 3, which is our summer conditioning, which is the most important thing, and get better as a team, get stronger as a team, and continue to develop.
The offense had struggled the first 2 scrimmages. Chase comes out and leads them right down, goes 4-4 on that first drive. How important was that to sort of set the tone for the day after they had struggled?
Well, we've been, for obvious reasons. I mean, the defense should be ahead of the offense in the spring, and we dialed back a little bit what they were doing too, and we stayed a little bit vanilla. We still got after it pretty good, but I thought for the most part the offense executed and for the weather the way it was, threw the ball around pretty well and caught the ball with the exception of a couple times pretty well and ran the ball like we should.
Because this looks nothing like what you'll see in the fall, just because you had some injuries on the offensive front. It'll be a different team then, huh?
Yeah, at the end of the day, we get all our guys back. I think we're going to be fine. That was crazy how it hit. The offensive line was where it all happened for the most part. But there's not one of those guys that won't be back here, ready to go in 4 or 5 weeks, ready to go for fall in August.
How optimistic are you coming into? I know it's a few months away, but lots of pressure and expectations, which is what you've come to expect, right?
Well, I mean, expectations they never change around here. We expect to be great. I mean, that's what we do. I mean, we play for championships every year. It's what our goal is, and we got to prepare. We got to go to work every day. Like that's what we're out to get done, and that's what has to happen. The only way to get there is just to work hard and try to outwork people, and that's what we'll start doing next week. And got a long time between now and August when they report to get ready to go.
Linebacker and cornerback were 2 positions coming in. You needed to shore up some playmakers instantly, and Frankie Hernandez wins the MVP award, and you have Chris Jackson performing well throughout the camp as well.
Yeah, I think Chris was probably in the conversation for that player in spring, player of the year in spring for the defense, and Frankie has been tremendous. There's a number of guys that you look at him and Durant and Chris Jackson, and there's several of them over there. Those 3 inside defensive linemen, probably any of them could have won that award too. So I thought the defense, a lot of those young guys came along. We didn't have quite as many new faces on the offense. Most of those guys will be here in about 3 weeks. So when those guys get here, we'll be able to start developing those guys too. But it takes a lot of guys, as you know. But you mentioned the linebacker position, losing DJ and losing Evan. That's a lot of production, and I feel pretty good about those young guys that come in here and played. And of course, losing Corey Tindall at the corner position along with Baxter. I thought Rodney's continued to get better, and of course Chris Jackson. We got about 3 to 4, maybe 4 more guys coming in here between now and June 5th. So we had those guys in the mix. We should be all right.
Michael Clark's a guy that he catches that first touchdown pass, and this is his first time in front of a crowd in probably 6 or 7 years, isn't it?
That was encouraging. I wasn't quite sure how he would react, but he's a competitor, and he's a good player. He's a great kid. And he's just going to continue to get better. He hasn't played a lot of football, and the more he plays in scrimmage situations, and it's easy to go out there with cards. You all saw what he did against our defense in the fall, but it's on cards. So now he's got to understand the offense and understand the terminology. And like I said, he hasn't played in a long time, but I thought he's making great progress.
Cody Carter, a local guy, winning Special Teams Award. He's coming off an injury, suffered late in the season last year. How important was it for that special teams dynamic with him to sort of set the tone, because he was a veteran there?
He's our best special team player. He plays on all 4 phases. He's kind of the leader of that group, and he's what our special teams are all about. He's a big old guy. He's got a big old heart that loves football, and that's his role. I mean, he embraces that role, and he's really good at what he does. And he's just as important as our quarterback or anybody else in the football team, because we take great pride in what we do with our special teams, and that's why we're pretty good, because we've got guys like Cody Carter that can kind of lead that group.
Those were full camp awards, ones given out
today? Yeah, that
was
for the entire spring. Just talking just briefly about that, I thought Frankie Hernandez was tremendous this spring. There could have been some other guys on the defense that won that award. I'm sure there's a lot of discussion about those inside defensive line guys, Durant, Chris Jackson, of course, all played well. Offensively, I thought, I thought the Bird was tremendous. I mean, he's really come along and become a big time player. And that's going to help us because, with him and Yurichek, they can play tight, they can play attached, they can play in the backfield, and they can play in that slot, which hopefully creates some mismatches and formation problems for some people.
Today, Chase threw some good balls. Looked like he had a better day than his scrimmages. How would you assess that?
I thought so. I thought we did things. It's hard to tell, with that situational scrimmage, it's hard to tell. We play a certain number of plays and then we go to the sideline regardless. But I thought for the most part, put the ball in the end zone at times, but for the most part, pretty well. I thought we throw it into the situation at the conditions. I thought we